J Runer here, and today I'm going to be presenting a tutorial on advanced tuning and techniques. This is a beginner's guide for those who want to dip their toes in the water of advanced tuning. Uh, I'm not going to be going into too much detail on setting up suspension because Forza 7 is about to be coming out, and I don't know if any of that's going to change. But this will generally help you how to troubleshoot a car and how to fix minor problems of over and understeer. So, let's get started. First thing you're going to need is a 2015 Corvette. And you can pause this video at any time to get your components together and then catch up by pushing play again. So, next thing we're going to do is go to our upgrades. Our engine upgrade is going to be race intake, sport exhaust, and sport valves. After that, we're going to get racing springs, racing anti-roll bars front and back, and full race weight reduction. In the drivetrain, we're going to be getting the race transmission and the race differential. In tires and rims, we're going to be getting the race tire compound with full width in the front and back. And for rims, we're going to be going with the REBBS. And we're going to be increasing the rim size to its full. And aerodynamics, we're going to be getting the race front bumper and the race wing. You can use the stock wing because it is also adjustable because they are practically the same, so it doesn't matter, whatever you prefer. Alright, once you got all your components, we're going to go to Tune Car. Front and rear tire pressure is going to be 28. Your final drive in the transmission is going to be 2.2. First gear is going to be 3.5. Second gear is going to be 2.5. Third is going to be 1.9. Fourth is going to be 1.5. And fifth is going to be 1.2. And this is a 5-gear car because there is no need for 6th, 7th, or 8th. And your camber and toe, you're going to go 0 degrees. Your caster is going to be 5 degrees. Anti-roll bars are going to be 20 on both sides, front and rear. 734.3 will be the spring for front and rear. And you're going to lower the car to 3.2 front and rear. Rebound stiffness is going to be 9.8 for front and rear. And bump stiffness will be 6.5 for front and rear. Aerodynamics is going to be 155 for the front, 365 for the rear. You're not going to do anything to the brakes. And the racing differential is going to be at 0% acceleration and 0% deacceleration. Now, for this tutorial, you're going to be learning how to balance this car out. At the state that the car is in right now, it has extreme understeer. Most of your cars, you want to tune them for a little bit of oversteer. You want the rear to be able to oversteer the car just a little bit. Now, there's many ways to do this, but what makes and breaks a car is in your camber and in your race differential. So we're going to be going over those two components. Those are the only two that you're going to be using to balance this car out. Yes, there's ways to balance the car in anti-roll bars and your springs and rebound stiffness and bump stiffness. But for today, we're just going to be looking at camber toe and the race differential. Now, what does each one of these do? Positive camber adds responsiveness to the tire in the front. It oversteers. Or not oversteers. It'll oversteer the car and give it more responsiveness. If you give it negative camber, it gives it understeer, and less responsiveness. Now, finding out what is the best combination, there are many things that you can do. You can understeer the front while oversteering the rear, so that the rear end can't pass up the front. Or you could oversteer the front and understeer the rear. Those are two ways that you can balance this car out to give it that little bit of oversteer that you need for the best possible grip and the best possible handling out of the car. Now, when it comes to tow, you generally don't need any tow for the front. And the rear, you may have 3 degrees in the negative for stability. This is mainly for stability. You generally don't use tow all that much. It does have its purpose on particular cars, but this is all part of the experimentation. So generally don't go over 3 in either direction. It does the same as the camber does. Positive gives you more reactive, and then negative gives you less response. Now, let me warn you, extremes of camber and tow can cause and drag and can really slow the car down and make it very undrivable. If you've ever played online, you've probably seen these drivers that go through corners and you see all 4 tires light up in smoke. It is because they overexpress the negative camber or the tow. We don't want that today. Today we're trying to balance the car out, and experimentation is really key. I generally go take a lap and I adjust it by 1 degree. And then I figure out which end I want to work on first. Do you want to work on the front end or the rear end? So that's everything I could tell you about camber and tow. And these are the components you're going to be using to balance this car out today. Now going to the race differential. In acceleration, increasing the percentage increases oversteer in the rear. This component alone is just your rear end. It does not affect the front at all. This is just your rear end, how it locks and how much torque is being put down at the same time. So increasing this increases oversteer. At 0, you have extreme understeer. Now for deacceleration, it's the exact opposite. At 0%, when you lift throttle, it will oversteer the rear end, which can be detrimental and can really unbalance the car when lifting throttle for a moment. Increasing this increases understeer, which is allows you to stabilize the car. Now I have created a self-grading system, and today we're going to be using the Bernese Alps, the festival circuit, and the times that you generally need to run are pretty quick. This car is top tier, so it's a very quick handling car, and it would do very well around this track. So, the grading system, bronze level laps are a minute 45 and higher. You don't want to be around bronze. Where the car sits now in its current tuning, it is in the bronze level. Moving to the silver level is in between 144.4 to 145. So if you can get underneath 145 by 1 second or 1/10, you're doing good. So we're looking at tenths here. So minute 44.4 to 1 minute 45 is your silver range. That means that whatever you did is improving the car. To get in the gold range, because the fastest lap that I ran after restabilizing the car was a minute 43.9. So from a minute 43.9 to a minute 44.3 would be your gold level, and that's where you want to get yourself to. So this is more of a self-grade system and a challenge to you. So getting out of bronze into silver is good. It means you're generally getting faster, or your tune is generally making the car better. So with that aside, the first thing you're going to do once you're on the track is you're going to take a lap or two to warm the tires up. You do not want to do any tuning until you warm the tires up. They'll nullify pretty much anything that you're doing, because the tire temperature is not where it needs to be at race level. So take a few laps, drift around a little bit, get the tires warm, and then once you get the tires warm, that's when you're going to start looking at the car, what the car is doing. Now, generally, if you go through a turn and you're seeing tire burn like you're seeing on the left or the right tire right now, that is understeer. And it can make the car unstable because the rear will try to come around sometimes. That's generally when you're taking a corner too quickly. Now, if you see the back end just kick out as soon as you go into a turn like that, that is oversteer. I pulled the handbrake to demonstrate what that would look like, because in the current state it is in understeer, extreme accounts of understeer. Now, to correct these things, you're going to have to choose which side do you want to work on first. Do you want to work on the rear, or do you want to work on the front? And like I said, there's going to be multiple ways to tune this car. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or send me a message at J Runer1. This tutorial is to help you become a better tuner. If you're just a beginner level, this is what this guide is for, and I don't mind helping you. So once you got that, your first lap down, and you got your tires warm, now you really want to put in a true lap, see what you can do. Generally, this first corner, you want to be kind of in the middle while keeping steady throttle. But you want to look at what the car is doing, how is it reacting. And you're going to use the information that I showed you on how to correct it. Now, as you see, as I'm turning, you're seeing either the right front or the left front leave tire tracks. So that is definitely understeer. So, and like I said, to correct that, you got to choose which end you want to work on first. You want to work on the front or the back? Do you want to oversteer to the back and understeer the front? Do you want to oversteer the front and understeer the rear? Negative camber is your understeer, and oversteer is your positive. So this is all I'm going to help y'all with today. This is more of a self-help tutorial. I wish the best of luck to all y'all. And like I said, if you have any questions at all or you need any kind of help, feel free to message me in the comments or send me a message to J Runer1, and I will help you the best I can. So this has been J Runer. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.